5 students went into the sealed tunnels beneath Oakwood High. 2 hours later, they came out, but none of them agreed on how long they'd really been down there. They were only gone for 2 hours. At least that's what their phone said. But when the 5 of them came out of the tunnels beneath Oakwood High School, none of them agreed on how long they'd been down there. Emily swore it felt like 6. Marcus said time stopped completely. Jake didn't say anything. He just kept staring at the cafeteria ceiling vent they'd crawled through, and none of them could explain one simple thing. Why did it take 2 hours to walk a distance that normally takes 10 minutes? Oakwood High sits just outside Gainesville, Florida. Built in the 1960s, low ceilings, thick concrete, old infrastructure. Underneath it was something students talked about every year: the tunnels, originally built for maintenance, heating, cooling, electrical access, officially sealed in the late 80s. Unofficially, everyone knew someone who'd been down there. Shortcuts between the gym and cafeteria, hidden rooms, forgotten storage spaces. Mr. Henderson, the nearly retired custodian, was rumored to be the only person who still had the original blueprints. He never confirmed that, and he never smiled when students mentioned the tunnels. It was a Friday. Jake Turner had the idea. 17, confident, the kind of guy who thinks rules are suggestions. "Come on," he said behind the gym after school. "We'll be in and out 10 minutes. With him were Sarah, cautious but curious; Marcus, athletic, competitive; Emily, observant, quiet; Tyler, mostly there because everyone else was. Behind the gym equipment storage room was a small metal maintenance door. The chain around it looked old enough to test. Jake pried it loose. The smell hit first: damp air, rust, something stale. Concrete steps disappeared into darkness. Jake turned on his phone, flashlight. "Let's go." They followed. The staircase led to a narrow concrete corridor. Pipes ran along the ceiling. Water dripped somewhere in the distance. Their footsteps echoed strangely, too loud, then suddenly muted. The tunnel split left and right. "Left goes toward the cafeteria," Jake said confidently. No one asked how he knew. They walked and walked and walked. After about 5 minutes, Sarah spoke up. "Shouldn't we be there?" "Probably just farther than we thought," Jake replied. The corridor curved, then split again, then again. Their phone signals disappeared. No bars, no GPS, just the steady drip of water. 20 minutes in, Tyler stopped. "Guys, this wall." He ran his hand along the concrete. It was damp, cold, and slightly vibrating, like something mechanical was running behind it. Marcus knocked. The sound echoed hollow. "There's space back there," he said. Jake brushed it off. "Maintenance shafts, relax." But Jake was walking slower now. That's when Emily noticed something. "Did we pass this already?" She pointed at the wall. A faded red spray-painted arrow. It pointed forward. Jake frowned. No, they kept moving. 5 minutes later, another arrow. Same red paint, same direction, forward. But this time, it was on the opposite wall. Tyler's phone died first. It didn't just shut off. It blinked twice, like it was struggling, then went black. The darkness shifted instantly. It wasn't just darker. It felt deeper. Now only 4 beams cut through the tunnel, their lights shaking slightly with every breath, every movement. "Okay, not funny," Tyler muttered, his voice almost a whisper, but no one laughed. The silence swallowed his words, making the darkness feel even more suffocating. Sarah checked her screen. 10%. The number sat there like a countdown no one wanted to acknowledge. "Mine's low too," she said quietly. Jake didn't respond. He kept walking, but slower now, more careful, like every step needed to be tested before committing to it. The tunnel felt tighter, or maybe they were just noticing it now. The ceiling pipes seemed lower, the walls closer, the air heavier, thick, almost humid, clinging to their skin. And then Emily stopped. Wait. Everyone froze. Do you hear that? At first there was nothing. Then a faint hum. Low, mechanical, almost like something far away, but not far enough. Marcus tilted his head. That's been there the whole time. No, Emily said. It hasn't. The hum pulsed. Soft, then slightly louder, then soft again. Like it was responding. Jake turned in a slow circle, scanning the walls, the ceiling, the darkness ahead. Probably just old equipment, he said, but his voice didn't sound convinced. They moved again. Faster now. No one said it out loud, but they all felt it. They didn't want to stay still. That's when Sarah's phone flickered. Just for a second. The light dimmed, then snapped back. She stared at it. Did you see that? Battery saving, Marcus said quickly. But then his own light flickered. Once, twice. The beams began to stutter. 4 lights, then 3 steady, then 4 again. Like something was interfering, but inconsistently. Jake stopped walking. For the first time since they entered, Jake hesitated. A slight shift in his posture, a flicker in his eyes. It wasn't a dramatic pause, but one filled with doubt, just enough to unsettle the others. Okay, he said carefully. We turn back. No one argued. Marcus turned first, shining his light down the corridor they had come from. Except, it didn't look right. The pipes along the ceiling were arranged differently. Some ran parallel, others crossed at angles they didn't remember. The dripping sound was coming from a different direction now, or maybe it always had been. Was it like this? Tyler asked. No one answered, because no one could say for sure. Emily swallowed. Let's just go. They started back, but the deeper they walked, the less certain it felt that they were retracing anything at all. Time felt wrong. Not faster, not slower, just uneven. Sarah checked her phone. 5%. No one commented. They kept moving. Quicker now, less careful. Shoes scraping against concrete, breaths getting louder. The hum was still there, closer. Marcus suddenly stopped. Wait, he pointed up. A metal ventilation grate. Faint yellow light leaked through the edges. Real light. Everyone froze. We didn't pass this before, Sarah whispered. Boost me, Marcus said. Jake lifted him. The metal groaned as Marcus pulled. Then, a sharp snap. The grate loosened. The sound echoed too loudly through the tunnel. Everyone went still, listening. The hum stopped. Dead silence. Open it, Jake said quietly. Marcus tore it free. The grate crashed beside them. Light flooded in, blinding. Marcus pulled himself up. I see tables, cafeteria. One by one they climbed out. Jake, Sarah, Emily, Tyler last. He paused before climbing, just for a second. He looked back into the tunnel. The darkness felt deeper now, still, watching. Tyler, I'm coming. He climbed out. The cafeteria was empty, fluorescent lights buzzing softly. Normal, safe. Tyler checked his phone. 6:42 p.m. They had entered at 4:31. 2 hours. No one spoke, because it hadn't felt like 2 hours. The next morning, they were in Principal Jefferson's office. She listened without interrupting. When Jake finished, the principal leaned back. The tunnels were sealed in 1987, he said. Do you know why? Silence. A student went down there alone. He was missing for 3 days. Sarah's face paled. He came back on his own, the principal continued. He didn't know where he was. A pause. After that, the tunnels were permanently sealed. Within a week, the remaining entry points were filled with concrete. Officially, forever. Oakwood High School was renovated in 2019. The old building was demolished. Sections of the construction services tunnel network were uncovered. It wasn't what anyone expected. It was bigger. It was very different from the original plans. In a section beneath where the old cafeteria used to be, workers found a small room. Inside, an old metal chair, and on the wall, etched into the concrete, were inscriptions. "Don't go any further. It's not the time." When it was etched, or who did it, was never determined. Emily later said the scariest part wasn't being underground. It wasn't the dark. It wasn't the silence. It was the moment Jake stopped pretending he knew the way. Because if Jake didn't know where they were, no one did. Some places are restricted for liability, some are restricted for safety, and some are restricted because no one fully understands what's underneath. The end. This story is fictional. Names, characters, and events are products of imagination and are not based on real individuals or schools. Note: for more mysterious, dramatic, and horror stories, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Please share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments.